Hi and welcome if you're new here. My name is Linda and my channel is one of many gifts that I have received through a consistent meditation practice. And it's a direct result of following my intuition and saying yes when being called. So here we not only talk about meditation, but we practice meditation, stillness, mindfulness, and silence, because that is how we connect to our higher selves and tap into our intuition so that we can live our lives in alignment. None of this was possible for me until I found meditation and mindfulness, and I'm grateful to say that my life has not been the same since. Having a consistent meditation practice then is, in my experience, the ultimate act of self-care. So I want to share a few things that I think are essential to a practice and things that I wish I had known sooner that would have made the process a little smoother. First, I want to talk about position and posture. I always say that you want to find your sweet spot between being comfortable and able to surrender your body while still being able to maintain awareness and focus. And what I mean by that is you don't want to be so comfortable that you're going to fall asleep, because if you're sleeping, you are not meditating. Keeping your spine straight will help with this. I find that my posture is a reflection of how my meditation is going to go. If I'm more hunched over, my meditation is going to feel more sloppy and maybe a little bit more messy. But if I maintain a more proper posture, my meditation will be more focused. It doesn't have to be perfect, just do the best you can. Your comfort level is still more important than how straight your spine is. So be comfortable and secure in your position. You can sit cross-legged, you can sit in a chair with your feet on the floor, or you can lay down. You may also support yourself any way you need with pillows and blankets. And if you need to shift or adjust your body during your practice, that is absolutely fine too. The second thing I want to address has to do with our thoughts. It's probably the number one thing people have questions about when they start meditating. You will have thoughts, it's what your brain does, and it's okay. The goal is not to get rid of them or suppress them in any way. In meditation, we just observe them, just as we do with sensations in our body or sounds in our surroundings. What we don't want to do is follow those thoughts or get carried away by them. So when you notice a thought, smile, because you noticing the thought is a good thing. That is kind of the muscle that we work out in meditation. We notice our thoughts, we gently let them pass by, and we return to the anchor, the breath, for example. So be okay with your thoughts, observe them, but don't engage. And the more you practice, the easier it will get, and your mind will become less chaotic and more still. So next up is where we place our awareness. I mentioned breath because it's probably one of the most common points of focus in a meditation practice. The breath is always with us, we always have it, but it's not the only place. You can place your awareness on anything. Something that really helped me understand the process of meditation a little better, I learned from Eric Harrison in his book, Teach Yourself to Meditate in 10 Simple Lessons. And the practice is essentially that you are shifting from thinking to sensing. And he says, whenever we focus on the sensations of the present, sight, sound, smell, taste, or touch, your thoughts will drop into the background. And that is the secret formula. Be sensual. Think of biting into your favorite fruit, a birthday cake, or that first sip of coffee in the morning. Your senses and heart are fully present and your thoughts are not. When we focus on our senses, the chatter falls away. So that's it. Be sensual. My next tip has to do with length of meditation, and I love this so much. You don't have to meditate for hours to see the benefits of meditation. We are definitely not talking marathon sessions here. You can do 5 minutes per day and receive amazing benefits if you are consistent. Consistency is definitely more important than duration. Knowing that you only have to spend a short time every day makes it so easy. And that's how I started, just 5 minutes every night. Tack it on to another habit that you're already doing. We've all heard that by now. So I do it right here every night before going to sleep. Super easy. Set a timer. I always set a timer. I want to know that it's ending. I don't like meditating endlessly. If my timer goes off and I'm not done, I'll sit longer. And if I'm done before my timer goes off, I'll stop. Just flow with your guidance. Another point that I feel is very important, and maybe the most important one for me, has to do with our expectations. When I first started meditating, I immediately had a couple of sessions where I received clarity and I felt I got some answers. I wanted more, but I didn't get more for quite a while, and I was getting quite frustrated. I started begging for answers as I was going into my meditations, and sometimes even demanding for something to happen. The ego does this, but it's not how it works. So don't expect anything going in. Let each practice just be what it is. The benefits of meditation are still compounding with each sitting, even if you don't feel it every time. And you will get clarity and answers, but again, just not every time. And sometimes clarity shows up the next day or a few days later when you least expect it. So go in without expectations. Don't feel like you're missing anything. You are doing it right and things are still happening. Now, my last 2 tips are for after your meditation. For me, it's as important to ease out of the experience as it is coming into it. There's no need to immediately spring into action. Take your time, bring awareness back into your body, bask and revel in the energy if that is available, and the fact that you did something great for yourself. Your energy and vibration is high at this point, so it's a wonderful time for gratitude, loving kindness, or manifesting. My final suggestion, and something I highly recommend, is journaling after your practice. It's not only helpful, it's also eye-opening and sometimes mind-blowing. This is where you can really investigate any thoughts or emotions that come up in your practice. Notice any patterns. Maybe some things keep coming up that you need to address or resolve. Maybe a new idea popped into your head, or maybe you received some clarity. Whatever it is, write it down. You'll be really glad you did. Sometimes I go back and read old entries and I feel like they are outerworldly. Like I don't even know where it came from. Who wrote this and how is it even possible? And it is the practice that makes it possible. It allows for this connection and this line of communication to happen. And you don't have to jump through hoops to get there. For me, it just evolved organically with consistency and without expectation. And again, most of the time you will not have these amazing experiences. At least I don't. But when they do happen, make sure to write them down. And don't chase the experience, because then we're getting into expectations again. Just let everything unfold organically. I have a meditation circle right here on my channel, so please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can practice along with me. Please also like this video if you found it helpful. I will link Eric Harrison's book below. It's a really fantastic resource. I will also link my video on a whole bunch of books I read that really helped me with my practice. I'll also link my quick tutorial on how to do breath awareness meditation. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you soon.